Welcome to Bangers, Bangers, Bangers. I'm Sam Blehar.
Fam, what is cracking? It is your girl, Lillian Francis. And boy, howdy, am I excited because today's episode of Bangers, 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 we are interviewing one of my favorite producers, Sam Blehar. And I would not be surprised if he is my most listened to artist of 2024.
What?
I'm for real. Bro,
Whoa.
I put on your discography, like just hanging out with my friends.
Fuck yeah.
I like almost every single song that you've made.
There's a lot of different vibes to choose from.
Everything's a vibe, and there's so many.
Yeah.
Mailman in particular, I fuck so hard with. It absolutely slaps. So we're gonna be looking into Mailman today. Dude, the song's fucking tight. What's the deal with Mailman?
Mailman, I didn't really actually. Mailman is a collab, which I don't know if I told you that before, but I have a producer friend. His name used to be Palmingo, and now it's Appa, APPA. His real name's Jeremy Stern, and he lives in Denver. And a few years ago, we were like, let's collab on something. He was like, just send me some ideas, and I'll send you something back. So all I sent him, I'll solo it, was this little, which is so fun. And all that is a Serum preset. Usually I make my own synths in Serum, but this one is a preset called Gamers because it kind of sounds like an 8-bit like video game.
Oh, sick.
That's what we started with. And then he sent me back just this little like clicky. He's like an electronic producer. He's really good with like little clicky, little drummy little things. So he sent me back. So yeah.
Wait, so all the drums in this are just one audio track?
Pretty much.
Bro.
What I did was added a sub with the kick to make it really smack.
I'm just curious as to why you guys decided to go with just one audio stem instead of having everything stemmed out with your kick and your snare and your hi-hat so that, you can pan and EQ and compress everything differently. But you just went with one.
Probably the reason why we kept them all is because it sounds fine. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure he's like way more of a technical producer than me, and I'm sure he was like, "Do you want me to bounce out everything?" And I was probably like, "No, it sounds fine." Like, you're a killer producer, and like you didn't think anything of it, right?
Exactly.
I didn't even put a fucking compressor on it.
Yeah.
There's reverb, a little bit of delay, and then some frequency shifters. But the other thing is, I'm sure Jeremy compressed the shit and EQ'd the shit out of it, so like I didn't really need to.
Yeah.
But what's this? Oh, okay. Oh, so you're gonna love this. So then he sent me that drum thing back, but then he made this like second half vibe.
Yeah, such
It
a
was a
vibe.
totally different thing. He was like, "Hey, I just like put this on." And what I did was I just popped the fuck out of his stem. So like the synth is in there with the drum. And also, like, I love how when you do like a really tight chop like that, it pitches it up, you know? Dang it. Like the beginning of a new house.
Oh. I get it. It's creating a new frequency because it's so tight. Oh, yeah, that's fucking tight. Sick. Yeah.
So then this must be, I think what I did was the reason I got the drum stems for this section is because I needed the drum feel to continue under all this chopping.
So you just layered the chop drums on top of the other drums.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
This song is like I cheated on my homework and the teacher didn't notice. You know?
Abso-fucking-lutely. That's so funny.
Damn, this is crazy. I'm glad we picked this one because I haven't looked at this in forever. And I also haven't been producing technically in a while. So it's cool to see this like old style.
You haven't been producing really technically?
Like I haven't really been getting into like, this is like the Sam Blehar like fucking vibe. Slicing and dicing and like, I have described my audio projects as like splatter painting because I always think that my mixes are like pretty raw and pretty like disorganized. This one's actually really organized when you look at it.
Oh my God.
But then I was thinking, I was like, okay, there's like a portrait like oil painter. And then there's like Jackson Pollock, who's like doing splatter painting. There's literal cigarette butts in his art because like he's dropped a cigarette and just kept it in the piece. So I kind of think that I'm like closer to that version of a music artist. Cause like when I'm in the vibe, I have to stay in it. If I like take some time to get organized or like think too much about what I'm doing, sometimes I lose like the essence of what I'm doing. Does that
Sure.
make sense?
Totally. Okay, I want to look at these vocals. The coolest part of the song is how much you fuck around with the vocals the entire time.
I really fuck them up.
It's so glitchy and yummy. And not
Yeah.
too much either. You know, it like doesn't feel like you're trying to like shove like, and here's all my production techniques. Like it doesn't feel like that at all. It's just like, hi, I'm naturally really fucking cool.
You know, I think like the main reason I did it was just because the song felt like it needed more. I'm not very music theory adept. And so like if I'm like thinking to myself, oh, I want to add a guitar here, but I don't know how to do it, I'll have to like figure out a different way to like progress the song and like make up for like the lulls in energy. So I think what I literally did was every time I felt like the energy dipped a little bit, I would just chop the vocal. And I was in the drum line in high school, so a lot of it feels like a marching snare, you know, like
Yeah.
but well, do you want to start in the beginning or in the end with the vocals?
Let's start with the beginning.
So
Sure.
I did this little classic little verb sweep to
J'adore.
get transition into the vocals. So yeah, this little verb thing, a trick I learned once on YouTube, you take a reverb and you put it on your main vocal at 100%. You put it on at 100% at full decay. So like infinite decay. You basically play it and you pause it right when it starts. So then the reverb will just be like, ah. You resample it and then you reverse it.
Interesting. Okay, different than how I do it. So how do you keep it resampling the recording if you pause it?
Do it right now so we can see. So I'll put a little plate on here. Mix up all the way. I'm gonna just cut some of the lows for fun, and then I'm gonna put this up to like 32 seconds. Then I'm gonna do a new track right here. Boom. And I'm making the input on my new track this other track. And then you arm the new track. So when I play this, it should even if you pause it, it still rings out. So how I would do it is
Oh, interesting. That's so funny. Okay, cool. Hell yeah.
then I would delete the reverb, and now I have this recorded thing. I would reverse it like right here, boom, bring it right to the edge, and then do like just like a fade, and then it would be like this. Hi, I don't know. And then you can like make it blend a little bit more by putting reverb on this too. So it kind of like has a little tail, which is what I did on this one probably. Oh, maybe not. No,
that's such a funny way to do it, because you like the way that I do it is I'll take the vocal, bring it down into new track, I'll reverse it, and then I'll throw a reverb on it at like however I want the decay to be, and then I'll freeze and flatten that, or just resample it onto another track, and then take that and flip it around.
Oh, whoa.
Same thing.
Infinite way. There's
infinite ways.
Yeah, so that's how we do that. And then my vocals are just gonna be like Chop City. So let's like play a little bit soloed. Hi, I don't know why, but I feel pretty shy. Maybe I'm just high. I don't know why, but I know everything will be fine. Let's give it some time. Well, tell me things that the truth. So that little is a frequency shifter, which I love. So that's probably right here. Boom. And frequency shifters are like super duper sensitive. Yeah, like you can't even see it, but that's automated down. But anyway, the way it sounds is fine. Let's give it some time. Well, tell me things that just that little
cool.
So yeah, that's other than like some frequency shifting here and there, it's mostly just chopping. I want to see if I can drag out, like it'd be cool for us to hear what the vocal is before I did any chopping. Let's see. Hopefully I can drag it out.
Because I'm curious.
Oh, hell yeah.
How it goes.
I don't know why, but I know everything will be fine. Let's give it some time. Well, tell me things that the truth can bring in. The wind can whisper it too. Pretend it's just me and you. Pretend it's just me and yeah, so like that's where I wanted like you. Just like a little bit of like extra shit.
Was that also frequency shifter, or do you ever just transpose the clip?
I think that's just a transpose clip. Let's see. You. Oh, I think that is frequency. Yeah, it is. Look, boom.
There it is. Cool. Okay, very Gucci. I will say, Sam, I think my favorite part of the whole track is the Yeah,
those like really smack for some reason.
You pretend. Give me some class, laugh, and I'm feeling like gassy, the mass to attack. Coming right back, take a lap on the track, and I wish I was tapped like trees. Sat, what's free is the cash, can you see? It's a rap.
So something about these glitchies is like you kind of have to find the right part of the word if you want it to ring out properly.
Yeah.
So like
Trees,
if we take that word tree,
sat,
if you like use this end part, it won't like it just doesn't do the same,
tap like trees. Sat, what's free?
you know?
Well, that
If
was
you
a
want,
bad example because that actually sounded good, but I get
Oh, you
what you
think-
mean.
Wish I was tapped like trees. Sat, what's free? Wish I
like
was.
if you want it to actually have like the E sat, you have to like find that part.
So it's just like a lot of trial and error, just like listening to it, just like
Yeah. And really just being in the pocket and like not really thinking about what I'm doing, almost in the same way that I would like be writing lyrics. You know, sometimes you just get in the pocket and you're just like writing them in without thinking about it. That's kind of what was happening here, just like chopping it without thinking about it.
So what else do we have in here? We got the Voxies. Oh, second half Voxies? Is that more of just like flippity flip and clippity clip?
Yeah, it's more flippity script, scribbity flip. Let's see.
I switch up the vibe. Beats too sweet like a pie, like a bee in a hive. Maybe it's way too dry. Really, I think it's fine. Just give it some time. In a slow cook, not a fry. It's pretty complex like Ty. It's pretty compressed like Brian. Crying, feeling like a lion. Look under my eyelids. We were just kids. Now look what's.
Oh yeah, so like I wanted to have this ring out with delay, but I couldn't have it have delay on the same track, so I put it down here and put delay. So this is the one that has the delay.
Kids.
And then all together it's like
Look under my eyelids. We were just kids. Now look what the system did.
let's see what this little crazy automation
Yeah, what
is.
she do?
It's who against who. It's me against me. It's you against you.
Nice.
Oh, panning, I think.
Me, it's you against you.
Oh, that's the pitch drop.
That's a pitch drop. Did you
It's
slow
on
down
the-
the tempo, or how'd you get that?
Yeah, I did.
That
So I
effect.
just automated the tempo here.
Sick.
I noticed there's a harmonica in here.
Choo choo.
That's what that like textural pad.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I think I just pitched that shit down. Like I didn't even play. I probably just played one harmonica note. Yeah, look, pitch down 5 and then pitch down 10.
Dude, it sounds really good. It sounds really fucking tight.
I wonder what it sounds like. Okay, so that's the original. Whatever.
So that's pretty much the whole track.
Yeah, I think
Are we
there's only
missing anything?
one thing we didn't look at, which is just this sub right here.
Oh yeah, I'm curious. What's your sub
like-
situation?
It's just like for the bridge. Not really a sub, it's more like a synth. But it has a sub layer, I think.
Yeah.
The main oscillator is down 2 octaves and then the sub's down 3 octaves. So
Cool.
I just needed like a little playful synthy sound to kind of match, you know, this type of like vibe.
Time. Yes. The age-old question, what is time? What is my soul and who am I? Soul.
Almost sounded like you had a pitch bend on the reverb.
that what-
Oh, you're changing the verb size, and that's repitching it.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's fucking tight.
A lot of these things I think I do by accident. Like I was probably just messing around with the verb size when I was playing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. Let me just automate it.
Happy accents, dude. Okay, I'm
real.
curious. When you first start a beat, like, how do you normally start sessions?
I think the way I usually start a beat is I'll just like either if I have a melody in my mind already, I'll go find a synth and I'll start to play the melody. Or I'll just fucking like open up all these samples and like click around
Yeah.
until and then like throw it into a simpler and then like start dicking around. But like yesterday I was working with 2 other producers and we started with drums and a bass. And they were like, drums and bass are like all you need to make a banger. So if those are good, the song's gonna be a banger. And I was like, that's a pretty good point.
That's a good
So we
point.
got the bass and the drums like dialed in. And then the artist started to get a hook idea, which then like informed a guitar riff, and it kind of all started to just like compile. But the first thing we did was just bass and drums.
And what's your go-to bass in drums?
My go-to bass for just like a clean, easy like sub bass is honestly just this Ableton. It's either the hip hop sub bass
Cool.
or the basic sub. And then I usually will put Camel Crusher on it to just thicken it up. And then lately, my go-to drums, if it's not a house track, if it's like any other type of track, are Addictive Drums. Do you know Addictive Drums?
I've never used it before. Just heard of it.
They're really sick. I'll show you it. It's like, it's crazy. I think they recorded like 150 different drum sets. They're like real drums. Usually I'm using real drums with like auto-tuney, synthy, vocally things with real rock drums. I just think it's a cool like juxtaposition.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
This track, like, I'm surprised at how simple this is. I mean, obviously the vocal chopping is like not simple at all and it's crazy and insane. But like that's just this stuff right here. The rest of it is like pretty straightforward.
So simple. It's just a serum with 2 notes, essentially. You got your drums taken care of. And then, but it's such a vibe. And your vocal flow is like so tight, you know, and the lyrics are really engaging.
Thanks, Lillian.
You're welcome. All right, that's the whole track, yeah?
Pretty much.
Yay! So cool. Sam, thank you for finally revealing this project to me because I've been wanting to poke my head in here and see what the fuck is happening for some time now. So thank you for taking us through and showing us some of your workflow.
You're welcome. I hope it was everything you expected and more, or everything you expected and less, because then that makes it easier to do. To create.
It's definitely somewhere in between.
Okay, cool. Everything you expected and medium.
Exactly.
Well, thanks for having me on the show. You're a legend, and I'm grateful to be involved in any of your creations.
Oh, Sam, thank you. That means a lot coming from you and vice versa. And looking forward to seeing what else we collaborate with on in the future.
Me too. Yeah, we should make a song.
Yeah. Audience, we're going to make a song now, so we'll tell you how it goes. Bye.
Bye. Love you guys.